If you drink coffee every morning, this is what will happen to your body. 6 effects, mainly. First, you will rejuvenate because coffee has an anti-aging effect. I don't know if you've noticed, but coffee has become the star ingredient in many cosmetic products. Caffeine promotes blood circulation and protects against the appearance of fine lines and spots. Coffee is great for rejuvenation. Number 2. Coffee can help you lose weight, believe it or not. I don't know if you've noticed, but many products aimed at weight loss already contain caffeine in their added ingredients. This is because caffeine speeds up metabolism, and in this way, you lose weight. Number 3. Coffee relieves headaches. If you have a headache, coffee can help alleviate the pain. Caffeine acts as a kind of painkiller and can relieve headaches and also migraines. Likewise, some medications contain caffeine, including some migraine medications. Number 4, and very important, in fact, one of the most important effects of coffee. But before number 4, if you like these health topics, please follow my account. It helps me a lot if you follow me and share this video. You will be happier. If you have coffee, you will be happier. Scientific studies have shown that people who drink coffee reduce their risk of depression by 10% and also reduce the risk of experiencing negative emotions. And number 5, the benefit of coffee is that you can prevent some types of cancer. People who drink at least 1 cup of coffee a day are less likely to develop certain types of cancer, especially liver cancer. Remember that the caffeine and antioxidants in coffee play a protective role against these diseases. But one very important consideration: coffee should always be plain, without any sugar, without artificial sweeteners, without honey, without panela, without anything sweet, so that it has the benefits. The moment you added sugar to your coffee, it lost its benefits. Look, so I don't know if you understand me so far. I also wanted to tell you about the disadvantages because you know that in my videos, I always like to tell you the good side, but also the bad side, so that you can make the best decision. Should I drink coffee or not? Is it good for me or not? Is it good for my family or not? You can have all that with the disadvantages that I will mention in this video. But before mentioning the disadvantages, I want you to give me just a couple of minutes of your time to better explain some of the benefits. Look, coffee is a stimulant of the central nervous system and improves mood. It makes you feel happier, as I was saying. Coffee is like that friend who always has energy and always encourages you to keep going. Why? Because caffeine, this substance, is a substance that blocks adenosine. Adenosine is a natural chemical that makes you feel sleepy. By doing this, it increases the release of neurotransmitters like dopamine and norepinephrine. In simple terms, when you drink coffee, it's like giving your brain a push to wake up and make you feel more alert and in a good mood. That's why you shouldn't drink it at night just before going to sleep, because it will wake you up, whether you believe it or not, and say, "Coffee doesn't do anything for me," because I've heard those people who say, "Coffee doesn't wake me up." But maybe that's why you're having nightmares. That's why you move too much in bed, because you're not sleeping well, or you get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom because you drink coffee, okay? So keep that in mind and take it into account. The second great effect of coffee is that it accelerates metabolism and promotes fat burning. Another great gift from coffee, without sugar please, is that it acts like a small engine that speeds up your metabolism. Caffeine increases thermogenesis, meaning the production of heat in your body, which translates to greater calorie burning, even when you are at rest. Basically, caffeine stimulates fat cells to release fatty acids and convert them into energy, helping you keep those extra pounds at bay, okay? Important for you. Since we're sharing fun facts and from the heart, please don't forget to share the video and follow me. Okay, the third great benefit: it improves athletic performance and reduces fatigue. It is also widely used as a pre-workout for people who go to the gym. If you've ever felt like your muscles wanted to give up before the finish line, sugar-free coffee could be your great ally. Caffeine acts on the central nervous system by reducing the perception of effort and decreasing tiredness and fatigue. This means that when training or engaging in physical activities, you feel like you can give a little more than usual. Essentially, caffeine facilitates the mobilization of fatty acids and allows the body to use fat as fuel, saving those precious carbohydrates for when you really need them. It's like a final sprint, or continuing to play without giving up. In summary, it's like having a natural supplement that tells you, "Come on, you can do it," without the need for additional chemicals. Another great benefit of coffee is that it provides antioxidants and combats oxidative stress. We'll get to the disadvantages shortly. Just let me finish this topic on antioxidants. Coffee without sugar. It's a concentrate of antioxidants. I have already told you that antioxidants are like those superheroes that fight free radicals, which are unstable molecules that can damage your cells. Imagine antioxidants as an army of little repairers that rush in to fix the havoc caused by oxidative stress in your body. So, these compounds help neutralize free radicals and reduce inflammation, protecting your cells from premature aging and certain processes that can trigger diseases. So, every cup of unsweetened coffee you drink becomes a sort of anti-aging shield, helping you feel and look better over time. And also, as I mentioned earlier, when you drink it without sugar, and I want you to take this part with you, please. See if you understand me. Write in the comment box. Coffee should always be consumed without sugar. To know if you understand me. Because if you take it with sugar, honey, panela, sweeteners, stevia, or any other sweetener, you lose some of its beneficial effects. So, will it help your liver? Yes. Does it prevent neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's? Yes, too. But when you have it without sugar, you have a positive effect on your liver, that organ that is like the central hub of your body. Studies have shown that those who consume coffee regularly have a lower risk of developing liver diseases like cirrhosis and fatty liver. The reason is that caffeine and other compounds present in coffee help reduce inflammation and promote the regeneration of liver cells. Additionally, there is already considerable evidence suggesting that coffee may play a role in protection against diseases, for example, Alzheimer's or Parkinson's. This is due to coffee's ability to reduce the accumulation of abnormal proteins in your brain, and also because of its anti-inflammatory properties. Essentially, your little cup of unsweetened coffee could be an ally in keeping your brain fit and ready to face the challenges of daily life. Now, let's get to the most important part, the disadvantages. Are there disadvantages to having that little cup of coffee every day? Yes, there are disadvantages, unfortunately. You know that in my videos I always tell you the good and the bad so that you have all the information. I don't just present one side. I don't only tell you the advantages because then you would be left with incomplete information. I provide both advantages and disadvantages so that you can make the best decision for yourself. Okay, let's go with the disadvantages. Look, even though unsweetened coffee has a lot of virtues, like everything in life, it also comes with some warnings. Here I'm going to tell you 5 main contraindications and disadvantages that you should keep in mind. First, when you overdo it with coffee, you're going to get nervous and anxious. The same caffeine that activates you can also go overboard in some people. If you're someone who gets more anxious than a cat in a dog store, coffee can increase those symptoms. Excessive stimulation of the nervous system can lead to palpitations, tremors, and, in extreme cases, anxiety attacks. Look, all of this is due to caffeine increasing the release of adrenaline, which, if you already have a sensitive nervous system, can cause you a sort of emotional overheating, so to speak. So, if you feel that your coffee makes you more nervous than a goat in a garage, it might be time to moderate your consumption or cut it back quite a bit. Okay. Second disadvantage. You will have trouble sleeping and sleep disturbances if you have it at night. This is very important. Coffee can interfere with the sleep of almost everyone. Caffeine has a half-life that can extend up to 6 hours in your body. That is to say, if you had coffee at 6 in the evening, you will feel the stimulating effect until midnight. More or less you understand me. If you drink a cup of coffee too late, your brain could be in alert mode when you should be winding down to sleep. Okay, the action I explained at the beginning of this video, which was blocking adenosine, the substance that helps you sleep, that action is fantastic in the morning because it helps you get energized, to wake up. But at night, it becomes the worst enemy of your rest. This can lead to insomnia or poor quality sleep, affecting your energy and your mood the next day. So if your pillow starts to feel more like a friend than your coffee cup, it's a sign that you might be overdoing it with the dose. Please reduce it. Third disadvantage, you can irritate your digestive system. Sugar-free coffee can be quite harsh for some intestines. If you have a sensitive stomach or gastritis, excessive coffee may stimulate the production of gastric acid, and this can worsen stomach discomfort. In simple terms, caffeine and other compounds in coffee can irritate the stomach lining, causing you to have a burning sensation in your stomach, feel uncomfortable, experience pain, or even have acid reflux after drinking coffee. If you notice that after a small cup of coffee, you feel like you're being punched in the stomach, you might want to consider drinking it in smaller amounts or combining it with foods that can soften this effect. Fourth disadvantage. Coffee increases blood pressure in some people and can also damage or increase heart rate. Coffee can elevate blood pressure in some individuals, especially those with a history of high blood pressure. Caffeine causes a temporary increase in blood pressure by stimulating the sympathetic nervous system, which also increases adrenaline release. Although this effect is temporary in most cases, for people who already have heart problems or hypertension, it is a significant disadvantage. If your doctor has already warned you about high blood pressure, you might want to consider reducing your coffee intake so that you don't overload your cardiovascular system. And the last disadvantage is that it can create dependency, withdrawal syndrome, and addiction. Okay, coffee can create addictions for you. When you get your body used to receiving caffeine, stopping its consumption can lead you to symptoms like withdrawal. When you stop drinking coffee, it will give you headaches, frequent irritability, fatigue, tiredness, and in some cases, even difficulty concentrating. This phenomenon is due to your brain readjusting to the constant blocking of adenosine that I explained at the beginning of this video. When suddenly there is no caffeine, the brain gets out of sync and reacts with quite bothersome symptoms that can last from a few days to a week. It's as if your body says, "Hey, I've gotten used to that energy from coffee. Give me more, give me more, give me more." And you no longer want to give it because it has created an addiction. Central. So be careful, don't overdo it. Share this video if you liked it. Remember that it is only informative and does not replace consulting with your doctor in any way. See you in the next one.